Oh, I love the spooky choir. Welcome back to another Murph Plays. Metroid NES Classic Series for Game Boy Advance on the Game Boy Player for GameCube. I'm Murph Strange. This is Metroid. Previously on Murph Plays, we got a whole bunch of upgrades, and we beat Ridley. And then we made our way through most of Kraid's hideout. Found most of the things we wanted to pick up there. And now we just have to beat him. I mean, here's hoping, right? But as per usual, we start out with next to nothing for health. So let's go fill up our health. It's not really a long jog to get to Kraid from where we'll be starting out. They're not giving anything up today. Good lord. Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay. My jump button does work. I was like, what the heck? Just ran off that cliff with nothing. Okay, there we go. Now this is probably going to be the part that takes the longest. Farming up the health. Every time we restart, we gotta build up that health. We have 6 energy tanks to fill. We've already maxed out our energy tanks. There are more tanks to pick up, but there's no point in picking them up because at this point we have all that we can carry. And while we have picked up a lot of the missile tank upgrades, we haven't picked up all of them. Most of our upgrades have come from, or most of our missile tanks came from, well, at least half of them anyway. About half of them. 75 of them came from beating Ridley. I believe we get another 75 when we beat Kraid, which will be plenty. That's more than enough. After we beat Kraid, we have to make our way to the upper left region of Norfair. Or, sorry, upper right, upper east quadrant of Norfair. Sorry, I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I should do that. I don't want to receive any calls or anything midstream. It's Martin Luther King Day, so I shouldn't be bothered by a whole lot, but lately it seems like that's just kind of been how things have gone for me. I don't know why. I go ages without anyone trying to call or text or anything, and then all of a sudden, that's all anybody wants to do anymore. But never at a convenient time. It's always right in the middle of a live stream or something. Which, in a way, kind of hilarious. All right. Now, we have never been all the way to the top of this one, I think. At least I don't think I've shown you this yet. Whoop. Helps if I, jump. There we go. All right. I'm making a lot of progress here. Oh, bird pipe. That'll help. Oh. Health farming. Ah. My nose itched. Now, I don't know if these rooms actually have loot tables or not. It's a theory I'm working on. But it does seem like after a while, they stop giving any kind of drop, any kind of missiles or health upgrade or health pickups or anything like that. And I find refreshing the room helps the drop rate. Might just be confirmation bias, might just be bad RNG. I don't know. I could be way off on my theory. Could be so far off that, like, you know, I'm nowhere near correct. But it's not like it hurts anything to leave the room and come back. When it feels like you're not getting the kind of drops that you normally would. Like you go through 20 of these guys and nobody drops a thing. You leave and come back. Like you get like 12 or 13 out of the first 20 will drop something. So it's, you know. See it right here? It's a really long streak of nothing. I don't know how long this will continue. So, leave the room, come back. Boom. They're giving me upgrades. There's a pickup. There's a pickup. I mean, again, could all just be confirmation bias. But it does seem like there's something to it. Oh, I'm not going after that. One, I don't need missiles, and two, a little bit of a breather. Uh-oh. Okay. We are halfway there. Now, as is typically the rule with these kind of games, it always takes longer to fill your health than to drain it. Always. So while we're doing this, I have been reading a lot of very weird articles and such in prep for my my weekly podcast that I'm starting. It's genuinely disturbing how much crazy I have consumed lately. But I'm trying to find things that I can talk about, because it's going to be kind of a, a paranormal, exploring weird phenomena kind of thing. Mysteries and whatnot abound. And those are the things I'm looking to talk about on this podcast. Well, even though it's going to be mostly a comedy podcast, because it's me and a friend talking about this stuff in a non-serious manner, because we're not serious. We're not serious about anything. When we converse, it's just, yeah, we're not trying to be serious with it. But yeah, I still want to be informed. I still want to provide as accurate of information as I possibly can. The people I bring onto the podcast might not provide accurate information at all. They might provide fantastical, outlandish accounts of, who knows what. But from me, I want to provide, alright, these are the facts that have been known and, reported about these events. I mean, I'm still not going to take any of it seriously, but I still want to be able to present as a trustworthy source for these kinds of things, so people know what's going on in the world, what kind of weird stuff is out there, but not have it sensationalized. Have it accurate, or as accurate as my brain can process it to be. Try to take extra care not to romanticize any of the details or anything. And I'll offer up theories. Try to keep them grounded as best I can. But there is some weird stuff that I'm finding. Some very strange rabbit holes I've been exploring. Been looking at events, especially through the lens of what's going on in the world. Have we maxed out the loot table in this room again? I think we have. We have. Anyway, I want to show you what's on the other side of this. We're mostly full. We'll come back and deal with this here in a bit, but Yeah, we must not have been through there. The door would be open. So what is this? This is the bridge to Torian. After we beat Ridley and Kraid, we come back here. We shoot these little statues of Ridley and Kraid. And a bridge should appear that lets us cross over to that door over there. Now, on the other side of that door is the elevator. It takes us down to Torian. And then Torian is pretty much a straight shot to Mother Brain. I mean, there's some obstacles in the way, but there's no, like... It's not a maze. You just proceed forward, keep proceeding forward, and eventually you get to Mother Brain, and you fight her. Now, there are ways to cheese that bridge. You see this little birdie guy here? You can lure him through the door and freeze him at just the right spot. And in doing so, you will have you'll be able to create a bridge adequate enough to get you across that little chasm there without having to fight the bosses. So if you're looking to do a speed run to get the best ending, that's something you could try. I can't say I recommend it, but it is a valid option, and people have done it. Where they've just gone and gotten the ice beam and enough missile upgrades where the only thing they do is they come back in here, freeze that bird in the right spot. So like the entire runtime is basically just them trying to lure the bird into the proper location. I've never had the kind of luck where that goes well, so I don't bother with that. I just try to beat the game in the way that I believe it's intended to be beaten. I mean, every Metroid has some sequence breaks where you're able to pick up certain upgrades out of order from what the developer seems to be implying they should be picked up in. Like when we got the Varia suit before we got the high jump boots. That was a bit of a sequence break. But other times, it's like, you know, the developer knew that people would do it that way. Because in Metroid Dread, there's this part where, and every time I'm reading about it in these guides, it appears that this is some kind of sequence break. Or at least that's the way it's being framed. However, that's just the way that I found things. You know, I didn't feel like I had to cheese something in order to perform it. It just feels like, you know, the developer intended for that to be the way to do it. But, you know, it's how you fight Kraid in Metroid Dread. Because, spoilers, Kraid shows up in Metroid Dread. He's back, and he's not happy. But, apparently you're not supposed to get the Morph Ball bomb before you fight him. But if you have the Morph Ball bomb, there is a special way to beat him. and the developers left it in there as, or they intentionally put it in there because, you know, just the way it plays out, the mechanics of it could only happen, and intentionally appeared to be there for you to do it this way, which is why I feel like it's not really a sequence break, you know. So I find it weird when when I'm reading about this and it's like, oh, this is a sequence break you could try, and it's like, it's not really though, because the developers clearly planned for that. After all, they put that mechanic into the fight, and it's a developer implemented mechanic. It's something they put in there. You roll into Morph Bomb, you get into a Morph Ball launcher that launches you into Kraid's belly button, where you drop a bunch of Morph Bombs to inflict damage very quickly. And it's not the only way to do the fight, but the developers wouldn't put in, you know, a Morph Ball launcher and an animation sequence of you entering his belly button where you're able to damage him with a bunch of Morph Bombs if they hadn't intended for you to be able to do that. If that wasn't an intentional path through the game that you could take. And getting through there, getting through the game to that point, collecting the upgrades and whatnot, like, yeah, some of the stuff's a little tricky. But, like, by that point, you've got the Various suit, you get through this high temperature area because of the Various suit, but you do a weird little slide wall jump maneuver, which is tricky to pull off, and probably not the sort of thing that, you know, a noob to the gaming series would think to try. But it's the sort of maneuver we've actually been trying in this game. You know, that little jump that I couldn't pull off last session, where I have to roll under an arrow opening, and then as soon as I get out a Morph Ball, jump. You know, that whole thing. Well, the maneuver that you do in Metroid Dread to get to the Morph Ball bomb upgrade, in order to pick it up before you fight Kraid, like, there's a secret wall, which is normal. That's not unusual. They have those all over the place, and you will have found several by the time you get to that point in the game. It's just weird to classify it as a sequence break when it's a sequence the developer put in. I mean, it's not the noob sequence, it's not the easy mode sequence, apparently. Even though it's the one that I found. Because, yeah, I beat Kraid in Metroid Dread. I haven't gotten further than that, but I have beat him. I still have a long way to go in that game, but I've been playing it, you know, here and there. I'm not trying to beat it, like, completely just yet. But it is something I'm playing in my off time when I'm not streaming. Another game that I'm playing in my off time, and kind of on topic considering what day it is. It's Martin Luther King Day, everybody. Happy Martin Luther King Day. This country has a long way to go. But one of my favorite games with a black protagonist. Not that that's a qualifier for this being one of my favorite games, or, you know, anything. I mean, it's just one of my favorite games. It happens to have a black protagonist. Shadow Man. Been playing the remaster of Shadow Man lately, and oh my gosh, I thought I was going to be absolutely trash at it because it's been ages. There's just been so many games to play. But, you know, I picked it up from Galaxy Games for fairly cheap. They had it on sale. And I was like, oh, I can't pass this up. It's Shadow Man. I mean, come on. That game was awesome. Played it with a friend of mine in my college days. Just as a, you know, oh, this game seems cool. Let's rock this out. So we did. You know, got together several times a week. Ate homemade salsa and tortilla chips and fought our way through Deadside, and it was a hell of a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Now, I had played Shadow Man a little bit previously to playing with my friend. It was a game I had managed to pick up on my Nintendo 64 that I basically bought it on sale, didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it, didn't really figure out how to get through it until much later. But I do that. I'll acquire a game, and it'll sit in my library for ages before I even bother to pick it up and play it, and certainly before I even take a serious effort to to beat that game. And it's not that I don't have an interest in beating it, and that I'm just acquiring these things to acquire them. No, I do have an interest in playing them. It's just some games you're in the mood for. Oh, I should have taken the opportunity to slip through that door. Yeah, I think that's where I wanted to go, too. I wonder if we can door jump here. We'll try and door jump, see if we can get back up there. Hopefully we don't get stuck and have to refarm all this freaking health. But I also don't want to have to try to go the long way around if we can avoid it. Ah, welcome to the chat, Knitting Link. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't worry, I only missed the door to get us to the fight with Kraid, so I'm gonna be doing this door jump trick to try to make my way back up the really tall shaft to get back to the door that I wanted to go through. I'm just hoping I don't get stuck in the wall. Because that would be a tragedy right now. I have been getting pretty good at the door jump trick, though. So... No, right now, so far, what you're seeing is intentional. It might not look it, but it's intentional. Everything is, so far, going according to plan. Kind of. Except I wanted to go through that red door over there, and I did not do that. I fell right past it without even paying attention to what I was doing. So hopefully we can get out here and kind of climb back up. There we go. We did it! Whew. Okay, now. Oh, no. No! Dang it. Ow. The door's a little tricky to get through there. Yep. Too far. Although, if I go through there... no, that's the long way. If I go through here, though... I mean, it's kind of a long way, but not as long as the other way. At least I think this is possible. We'll see. We won't know till we hit a dead end and can't proceed any further. But I think this is how we normally would get up, if we're not using the door trick. Ah, come on. Just let me through the door. There we go. Alright, so there's the red door. Oh, that didn't work at all. There we go. Ah. Oh. Oh, I was up there too. Oh my gosh. That was dumb. At some point, we will get to Kraid. It's gonna happen. Let's do it for real. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, no, the farming's not going well here. Let's get out of here. Oh, so close. There we go. All right. I'm having some issues just surviving all of this, aren't I? If I make it to the end of this room with any health left, that'll be amazing. Hey, I did it! Get through the dang door before they make us do it again. Okay, now we have to go down. There is a door right there. A missile upgrade. Okay. We are at about half health, so I do have to make a serious effort here to try to farm some. Okay. My serious effort to farm health is not going well. In fact, it's kind of having the opposite effect. Seem to be going backwards. We will very delicately. That seems like a lot of work for 5 health. Ah. Yeah, the payoff is not really worth the hassle at this spot. All right, now we're starting to make a little progress. And I would just go find a better spot, but we're sort of limited on the options. Because we go to the bottom of this shaft, and I just want to drop straight down to it. And we'll be at Kraid. So if I can top off my health before we get to the bottom of the shaft. How did that not... That was a perfectly executed screw attack, and it did nothing. Except caused me to dip back below 4 health tanks. And we're probably not even going to need this much health to beat Ridley, or to beat Kraid, but... better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. But again, I don't seem to be making a whole lot of progress. Just kind of teetering on that one little... Come on. Okay, now we're making a little progress. Slow progress. All right. Could not get the screw attack to execute that time. All right, here we go. Oh. See, now that time things went well. They went especially well. And that time they did not. That was a whole lot of work just to be down 5 health points. Come on, drop. There we go. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Slowly. So very slowly. Okay. If we can finish filling up this health tank without taking a whole lot of damage, we'll be ready. Alright, that's good progress. Ah, jerk. We are leaving with exactly as much as we started with. That's a little better. Health farming is such a slow process. I mean, for me it is. It's probably not for better players. Hey Ube, welcome. Welcome to the chat. We are trying very hard to get our health up because we are just about to Kraid. And we're hoping to go in there with full health. Or at least that's the plan. We'll see if that works out in our favor here. We have almost succeeded in filling up our health. If this guy gives us 20 health, hey, we're there. All right. Now, we just got to get to the bottom of this shaft. And Kraid will be... Alright, things are going too well for us. Alright, what's going to happen now? Oh, look at that. We made it. Oh, no you don't. Hey. That went really well. I'm actually kind of surprised that went so well. Oh, y'all saw that, right? Robbed. Oh no. The jumping in the lava, that's kind of a thing we're trying to do right now. I'm trying to get that energy tank. Ah! I gotta... No. No. No, can't do it that way. It's gotta be this way. Okay, get up there. You know what? I feel like we were having better luck just farming health elsewhere. I'm not really sure how we're supposed to get that because, I don't know. We got a morph ball jump, but we can't really do that while taking damage. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to do that. You know, I can't break any of those, so it doesn't seem like there's a way to get one lower. That didn't work either. Okay, we're just gonna go farm health the normal way. Because, yeah, if you get the health tank right there, with as many health tanks as we have, we wouldn't add another health tank, but we would refill our health. So it's not vital that we pick that up. Because we've already got all the energy tanks we can carry. No. Okay, you know what? Here we go, guys. Ah, I went through the door. That's not what I was trying to do. We're going to scale the wall with the door trick, if I can line it up right. And if I get stuck, I won't feel bad, because we'll just start at the elevator where I'm trying to get to anyway. I mean, we'll have to farm a whole bunch of health instead of just half of my health. But, you know, either way, we got to do some health farming. And I am trying to shortcut our way up here. The worst part about this right here is this is going to be the longest climb I've ever had to do with this trick. And I have to attempt this climb without getting stuck in the wall. If I get stuck in Morph Ball mode, I'll be stuck in the wall. If I'm stuck in the wall, we'll have to save and reset, and that'll put us back at the elevator, but with only 30. So how's everybody's day going so far, anyway? I mean, we all having a good time. We all enjoying our Monday today. In addition to entertaining you all today, I am hanging out with my son. He's got the day off because it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Oh, you got archery today, eh? Yeah, archery is something I wish I had known was something that was offered around here when I was a kid. But, I didn't find out about Archery Club until after I graduated high school. I don't know if it was a thing that they started after I graduated high school, but I missed my opportunity to get involved in that. Otherwise, I think I would have enjoyed it. Oh, it's a little too late at this point, not because I'm old, but because I suffer from severe carpal tunnel / tennis elbow. I have a hard enough time just trying to shuffle a deck of cards, let alone draw a bow. You're just gonna sit there and go wee until I'm done? Yeah, you're gonna drive Knitting Link absolutely insane if you do that, because we've got a long climb. And every single one of these little hops is a gamble that I'm not gonna get stuck in the wall. Because one of these times, I'm gonna hop, or at least attempt to hop, and I'll go into Morph Ball instead of popping up, and I'll just sit there. I gotta say, this is a little nerve-wracking right now, because this is probably the furthest I've ever climbed with this trick and not screwed up. So the pressure's really on. Hopefully, I can keep up this momentum. Yeah, you're welcome here anytime, Moth Lady. We are happy to have you. Always good to see a friendly face. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I got stuck in the wall. Oh. The tragedy here, folks, is you see how there's the big long line of blocks, and then there's that little short line of blocks that's like closer to us? Yeah. That indicates to me that just above where we are right now is the door. The door was right there, too. Oh my gosh. We were so close. The tragedy of it all. Well, it's only one thing to do. Oh, hey, look, we're at the elevator. We've only got 30 health, 30 energy, though. So, we're going to want to go find a place to farm that back up. Oh, no, I am definitely not reclimbing the wall. But I do have to farm some health now because we had to... And I'll have to farm more health than I would have before. Did you almost pass out? I am proud of myself. I made it a really long way before I got stuck in the wall. A really, really long way. That is the longest I've ever climbed without getting stuck in the wall. So I am proud of myself. I just wish I had made it all the way. Because, yeah. Alright, so the next stage here is to replenish our health and then make our way through Tutorian. We should have plenty of missiles to defeat Mother Brain at this point. We do not have plenty of health. We gotta refill that. But missiles not a problem. That's you know, we got plenty of those. No, this game definitely is not forgiving. It is a challenge. A challenge that only original Nintendo can provide in such a way that it is still fun. Yeah. Like, attempts to make games this challenging have been not nearly as successful. I mean, look at the Dark Souls series. Now, I'm not saying Dark Souls isn't a great game. But it's no Metroid. So we've got... Let's see. Yeah, the thing I know about Dark Souls is it has a very steep learning curve, and you will die a lot. Doesn't matter how good you think you are, you will die a lot. Nope, we don't want to go in there. That is, that's a no from me, sir. We're not going that way. We're going to go this way. Ah, much better. I think I have in my library one of the Dark Souls games. I think. But it's one of those things that's it's been picked up, but never played it. "87 deaths by the second boss." Yeah. That sounds about right. Dark Souls 3, from what I understand, is actually the easy one. I don't really know much about the order in which they're difficult, but I know Dark Souls 3, from what I heard, not the most difficult, but still it's a Dark Souls game, so it's still ridiculously difficult. But all the Dark Souls games are difficult. And it takes a special kind of person to get through all 3 games without dying. I mean, that's seriously some dedication. In your notoriously? No, I actually think you spelt it correctly. Notoriolsy. Yeah, no, you got it right. You got it right. It looks wrong, but you got it right. Not real great. I haven't really been practicing much. I should, but I've been focusing on a myriad of other things. So, and she hasn't been too too focused on the whole learning Swedish thing. I mean, it's still a thing we're working on, but it's taken a bit of a backseat to her fan fiction writing. Oh yeah, at some point, when I'm actually like more comfortable with the with it and can say more than like 5 words. Yeah, no, I have no idea what that says. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. Like you lost me at the A with the weird symbol above it. What is that? 2 umlauts? Yeah, that's 2 umlauts. No. I'm If mom's happy, everyone's happy. Back in the lava. Why? I don't know. It just felt right. Okay. I want to be on this side of the room for the health farming, because I can just sit and farm that one bird tube. Or beetle tube. I think they're beetles. I'm not really sure. It's space. Like, I guess there really wouldn't be birds, but also, why assume there would be bugs? It's space. Like, you know, could be anything. You guys heading off? Well, you guys have a wonderful day. Stay out of trouble. Hey, no problem. I'm still here for a little while. I gotta make my way to Mother Brain. I don't know that we're gonna fight her today, but we might. So, yeah. Be sure to check out the VOD later. Maybe I fight Mother Brain at the end. I don't know. It's a possibility. Yeah, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Stay safe out there. Stay warm. Oh, I should also warn people that if they're going outside, they should duck. Apparently that asteroid that NASA's been tracking is really close to us right now. I mean, it's still like 5 times further away than the moon is or something like that, but like only about 500,000 kilometers. Which, for any of you space nerds out there, that is the closest. That's the closest flyby we're going to get for a little while of anything, because of the next 4 following that, they're all like over 1 million kilometers. Most of them are like 3 million kilometers away. So, none of them appear to be on track to do any damage, but still fun to watch. But yeah, I poked my head in on the NASA website last night to check it out. They have a very nice visual. Little scale model of the space around Earth and the various objects making their way past us. Definitely worth checking out. I'm pretty sure you can find links on the NASA.gov website. I don't know if you have to set your VPNs or anything to show that you're in North America. I doubt it. It's just NASA. Their front-facing website for the public. I don't think they care where you're from. But yeah, the website does look real nice. I was actually impressed when I went there, and it wasn't just like a stationary image of, oh, here's what it looks like. Here's what. No, they got a full interactive model of space around the Earth, showing you where the asteroid is at, and you can pan around and zoom in, zoom out, see where the moon's at and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Definitely worth checking out. And they show you the paths everything is on, so that's pretty cool too. Have we exhausted the loot table? I think we have. Yes. Time to refresh the room. I'm not even sure how many missiles we have currently. Are we at 250? Like, is that our capacity? 250? That's our capacity. We're at 250 missiles. I think the most you can get is 255. Which means we've gotten all the missiles. Except for the one where you have to make that weird jump that I just cannot make. So we're maxed out. This is as good as it's going to get for us. Unless I manage to sneak back over to, what was it, Ridley's hideout? and actually pull off that jump, which I don't think I'm going to do. Some things are not worth it, and 5 more missiles is not really worth the hassle when we've got 250, and we're not even going to need that many. Not nearly. As I said, there are more energy tanks that can be picked up, but they don't actually add to the number of energy tanks that we're carrying, because once you've hit 6, that's your limit in this game. I'm pretty sure the missile limit is 255. And the only upgrade we have left to get is our ice beam. Because we gotta switch back over to ice beam so that we can take out those Metroids. Because we are gonna have to take out those Metroids. And Metroids only have 2 vulnerabilities: ice and missiles. Nothing else works. You freeze them, and you blast them with missiles. I mean, you can hurt them with a morph ball bomb if they latch onto you. My hope is we don't have to worry about that. Alright, let's go get that ice beam. We've got enough health to make it there, I'm pretty sure. After all, we didn't even have that much health when we came through here the first time. Alright. Now we go up. A lot. Hoping this ain't gonna be one of those instances where the door trick is necessary. one more up. There we go. Alright. I guess it wasn't as far as it looked like on the map. Am I in the wrong spot? It was the first door I needed, not the second door. I misread the map. Thought it was kind of weird. Hold on a second. See, that doesn't make any kind of sense at all. No, we have to go up and around. Because once again, I have misinterpreted what the map is telling me. There is a way through there, but it assumes you already have the ice beam. Which is weird, because it's where you get the ice beam. If you don't already have the ice beam. But to get to it, you have to come from this side. There we go, and connected. Alright. Now this one we should be able to get through. That's really not going to get us anywhere. This will. There we go. We've got our ice beam back. And we're immediately getting our butt kicked. I suppose I could have gone up through here. Maybe. Yep. Anyway. We have the ice beam. We have all the missiles we're ever going to need. Now we just got to make it back to Brinstar. And then cross the bridge to Torian. So there's an interesting little tidbit about this ice beam. Apparently, it was just a really cost-effective way to make a super powerful weapon in the game. Because making the enemies blue and turning their mobility and hitboxes off and just making them, platforms, was cost-effective memory-wise. As a developer, as a programmer, I have a bit of an appreciation for this because they just flipped a few attributes in their code to make the enemy stationary, disable the damage, and knock back. So you just end up standing on them. And they turn blue. Super cost effective. Doesn't take up any additional memory in the programming, in the code. But it does so much. It's super useful. And the Ice Beam has been a staple of the Metroid series ever since. It's It's even in the Metroid Prime games. Speaking of which, I cannot wait till we're getting to Metroid Prime. They did some things with that series that, and it's pretty much what pulled me in, you know? Like, I was aware of the Metroid games. I had the first one forever. Played it occasionally, never really beat it. Thought it was alright. But at the time, you know, internet wasn't yet much of a thing. So the story was pretty well lost on me. You know, I didn't get a whole lot of the narrative. Wasn't until later that the narrative really started to develop for me, and I understood the appeal of the game. And the thing that really solidified it for me was playing Metroid Prime. Because while Metroid Prime is a different direction for the Metroid series, I mean, everything up to that point had been 2D side-scrolling platforming action. Open world, yes, but in this 2D, two-dimensional sort of space, bringing it into a third dimension, making it a first-person adventure. That changed things a bit. That changed the gameplay. That changed how we were experiencing the adventure. I loved it. I thought it was great, and I'm not usually a first-person guy. It was kind of the reason why I held off getting it, because I didn't get it right away. It was actually the insistence of a friend of mine who was really big into Metroid. He was super excited about Metroid Prime. And I was like, okay, I understand it's, you know, it's a classic, it's, you know, Metroid. But, like, you know, I never really got the appeal. And he's like, oh, dude, you gotta play it. Like, words can't even describe. And, you know, in a way, he's right. You know, it's... And the things they did with Prime, it really was an experience. It was really great. The graphics are amazing. I still think they're amazing. I mean, at the time, it was going up against the likes of, like, the original Halo. And honestly, I preferred Metroid. You know? And now the story arc that they took the players on in that game is different than the story arc that they've been exploring with the two-dimensional Metroid series. And there is a distinction. Other M seems to take place in the space of the 2D Metroid universe. And I'm not saying these are necessarily distinct universes. It is entirely possible that Prime takes place in this universe. I'm just not sure where exactly it fits chronologically. I'm not sure if it's intended as a retelling of certain parts or what. But the Metroid 2, Super Metroid, Other M, and Metroid Fusion, Metroid Dread, there's a definite story arc there. Although Other M does kind of muddy the waters a bit because, or at least for the US translation, it definitely did. Because the way certain characters relate to each other and the character of Samus, as she's been portrayed so far, changed. There's our bridge. Okay. We're just about 2 hours in. We have full health. We have full missiles. We might not be at full missile capacity, but that's only because there's the one missile pack we couldn't get. From here, it's a straight shot to Mother Brain. It's not an easy straight shot, but it's a straight shot. Sorry, I dropped my map. Okay, so looking at my map, we drop down for a bit. We run to the right for a bit. We drop down for a bit. We run left for a bit. We fight Mother Brain, and then we climb up as the timer counts down. And, yeah. Now, between here and there, I believe there are quite a lot of tough enemies. I don't know that we're introduced to space pirates necessarily in this one. I think we might be. Now, we will encounter Metroids in this next bit. We're going to want to freeze them, and we're going to want to shoot them with missiles. If they manage to latch onto us, we have to morph ball, and then drop a bunch of morph bombs till they let go. I feel pretty confident that we're in the best shape to deal with this right now. Oh, crap. Okay. So there's that. That was less than ideal. Kind of hoping we can use these to level up our or to boost our health, but it does not appear that's going to be the case. Oh, come on. Yeah, no. We're dead. There's no way. And dead. Ugh. So, we gotta go farm some health again. But, I think we're gonna call it a day here. 'Cause yeah, I mean we've made good progress today. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not upset by the progress we've made at all. But that run, that was awful. That was straight trash. That should not have happened. And right away, caught. Like, just, oh. Okay. Oh, you jerk. Like, these things are super predatory. Uh, they're vicious. And you gotta be quick. You really gotta be quick. Because they don't care. They're Metroids. Damn it. Like, look at that. Like, I'm just trying to refill some of the health. It's not going great. I mean, it's fast if you can get the drop on them, but more often than not, they get the drop on you. So, this is where we're going to call it for today. Be sure to tune in next time. We will hopefully be able to beat Mother Brain. No promises. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for my podcast. Tune in Wednesday for my coding session. And Thursday is when we'll be beating Mother Brain, followed by another Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild session, more Korok seed hunting. We've still got a long way to go. Still got some mini bosses to fight. Don't want to miss it. And this Saturday, Murph Strange's Midnight movie presentation is going to be The Hitchhiker, a classic. So that's what's coming this week. Hope you've enjoyed. Have a great day.